Okay, so we just finished converting units. Now we're gonna do converting rates. Okay, so for converting rates, we are also going to round to the thousands place. This will actually give us some decimals on this one into the thousands place. And again, we do not want to forget our units. Okay. As a reminder from the front, a rate is a comparison of two quantities with different units. Okay, so these are going to be slightly more complicated, so we're going to do a couple more than the other ones. So for number 6, we are going to convert 9 yards per second into miles per hour. We're going to convert 9 yards per second into miles per hour. So what's that going to look like? We have 9 yards in 1 second. So that's how we're going to first start this up. So we need to convert yards to miles and seconds to hours. So it's best to start with one at a time, and I typically start with the numerator first. So I want to look at my conversion factors, and I want to figure out how am I going to convert yards to miles. So looking at my information, we have yard to feet, and we have feet to miles. So we're going to have to use 2 conversions to get my yard to mile. So using that information, again, I want to cancel out yard. So in order for yard, so that means 1 yard in the denominator and 3 feet in the numerator. So yard is canceled. Now I want to take feet and turn into miles. So now I'm going to take feet and put it in the denominator and mile in the numerator. Okay. So 5,280 feet is congruent to 1 mile. So now feet are canceled. So now we have converted it to miles, but we still have seconds. And we have to figure out how to get miles per hour. So now I need to turn second into hours. So now I'm going to go down to my time conversion. So now we have seconds to minute and minutes to hours. So now we're going to have to do 2 more conversions. So going back to here, since second is in the denominator, that means second needs to be in the numerator in order for it to cancel, which based on my conversion, 60 seconds is congruent to 1 minute. So 60 seconds is congruent to 1 minute. Well, I don't want minute, I want hours. So I got to do 1 more for 1 hour is 60 minutes. But I want minutes to cancel out, so that means minute has to be in the numerator. So therefore we have 60 minutes is congruent to 1 hour. So now if we look through, all my units have canceled except for miles and hour. Okay, now I have to multiply across. So 9 times 3 times 1 times 60 times 60. I'm going to put that all in my calculator. 9 times 3 times 1 times 60 is 97,200 miles divided by 1 times 5,280 times 1 times 1. Well, if you're multiplying only by 1, obviously you're just going to have that number. Now we got to take that and divide it. So divide by 5,280. And we come out with this long decimal. But I said round to the thousandths place, which is 3 places. So we go down to the third one. And we look, does it need to be rounded? Nope, 0 doesn't round that 9 up. So therefore, this is approximately 18.409 miles per hour. So 9 yards per 1 second is the same as 18.409 miles per hour. Okay, let's try the next one. $50 miles per hour, converting it into feet per second. 50 miles per hour convert to feet per second. So we start with what we have. So 50 mile divided by 1 hour. And we're going to convert. So now I'm going to go backwards in the sense that here I was going from something small to big. Now I'm going from something bigger to something smaller. So how many miles would convert to feet? So again, we go back, miles and feet. But in this case, I want miles to cancel. So miles have to be in the denominator, feet be in the numerator. So 1 mile is congruent to 5,280 feet. So you can see from this one, it's the same information, but it had to be written a different way so that miles would cancel. Well, now I'm already to feet. Now we need to convert an hour to seconds. So we're essentially going to go backwards of what we did before. So in order to cancel an hour, we're going to have to cancel an hour to minutes first. So 1 hour is congruent to 60 minutes. Now I have minutes. Now I mean minutes to turn to seconds. And 1 minute is congruent to 60 seconds. So I'm left with feet and seconds. So again, I have to multiply across and see what I get. So 50 times 5,280 is 264,000 feet divided by 1 times 1 times 60 times 60. So 60 times 60, which is 3,600 seconds. And then lastly, I will approximate that fraction. So I get approximately 73.333 feet per second. Okay, so we got a couple more to do, but as you can tell, these go a little bit longer because you have to do more conversions because you have 2 different things that are being converted. So go ahead and try number 8. Number 8, $4.50 per pound, converting that to cents per ounce. So we have $4. Oh, don't need the $4.50 divided by 1 pound, and pound is typically LB. Just make sure there's a difference between your 1 and the L. We need to change $4.50 to cents. Now, if you look at your conversions, there's nothing on here that talks about money. But this is one of those conversions that we kind of assume that you know. How many cents are in a dollar? Because really, I want to take the dollar and make it cents. So I want cents instead of dollars. Well, hopefully we know that $1 is equal to 100 cents. So therefore the dollar is canceled out. Well, now I need to change pounds to ounce. So we go back to our conversion and we have pounds to ounce. So 1 pound is congruent to 16 ounces. And a common ounce is OZ. So pound cancels out. Then we multiply across because we have cents and we have ounces, which is what we want. So 4.5 times 100 times 1, 450 cents divided by 1 times 1 times 16. 16 ounces. Then we take 450 and divide by 16. And we should get 28. And this one's actually 1.25 cents per ounce. Okay, now that we've done 3 together, I want you to try and do number 9 by yourself, and I'll come back with the answer. 16 meters per second into centimeters per minute.